Buenos noches, mi familia. What is good, my YouTube family? How's everybody doing on this lovely Thursday? Hopefully, everybody is doing wonderfully blessed, having a great day, staying safe, chilling with your loved ones, wherever you are in this beautiful, magnificent world that we live in. This is Crypto and Stock Talk with Hamid G. I be that Mexican, not that Mexicant, that brings you the latest in the crypto and in stock world. So hopefully our accounts can go up in that money sooner than later. Guys, I'm just going to dive right on into it. I'm going to be talking about 22nd Century Group. It is a company. Well, let's just get right into it. I'm going to read and tell you who it is. I'm going to play a quick video after I read who they are, guys. And this quick video gives a breakdown, kind of, who they are, what they do, and why I am bullish, right? If you listen to just listen to the video and look at it, guys. Appreciate it. And it gives a lot of insight on this group. Then I will be reading an article and giving you some price targets and some levels of resistance and support. Now, if that sounds good to you, do me a favor and destroy that like button and consider hitting that subscription bell, guys, and turning it on to all. And it helps me out with the YouTube algo, guys, and it is free of charge. It don't cost you a mother thing. It's free 99. It just requires a couple seconds of your time, and I truly appreciate it. And I appreciate to all my subscribers, my new subscribers, my old subscribers, just all my subscribers in general. And thank you to everybody that does leave comments and that does hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate you guys, man, and thank you very much. Everything that I do on this channel, all this content is for you guys, man. So hopefully you guys can benefit from it. All right, enough of that yip yap. Let's get it. 22nd Century Group, Inc., a leading biotechnology company focused on technologies that alter the level of nicotine in tobacco plants and the level of cannabinoids in hemp and cannabis plants through genetic engineering, gene editing, and modern plant breeding. So, guys, these guys obviously freaking are making futuristic cigarettes. All right, guys. But with the Biden administration wanting they're trying to put the ban on menthol and want cigarettes to be less addictive, and this company already does all that, guys, as you'll see as we get into it. So it says 22nd century primary mission in tobacco is to reduce the harm caused by smoking through the company's proprietary reduced nicotine content tobacco cigarettes containing 95% less nicotine than conventional cigarettes. The company's primary mission in hemp/cannabis is to develop and commercialize proprietary hemp/cannabis plants with valuable cannabinoid profiles and desirable ergonomic traits. All right, guys. So I'm going to play a quick video for you guys. You know what I mean? Stay tuned.
Today we're going to talk about 22nd Century Group, a New York-based plant biotech firm that develops technology to control the level of nicotine in tobacco plants and cannabinoids in cannabis plants through genetic engineering and plant breeding. Product-wise, the firm produces low-nicotine cigarettes and tobacco products. The stock has had an incredible start to the year, rallying as high as 555% from November and outperforming 90% of the 11 other stocks in the cigarette sector. This has not gone unnoticed by the market, and according to Trackstar IQ, our proprietary search tracking tool, 23 institutional investors made 41 searches over the last 7 days. So what's behind the interest? Well, last week, CEO James Mish sent a letter to shareholders providing an update on the business, and top of his agenda was his belief that the firm is close to receiving modified risk tobacco product certification from the US FDA. 22nd Century cigarettes contain 95% less tobacco than normal cigarettes, and approval would make them the first and only company to receive such a designation for a combustible cigarette. He added that political change is likely a positive for his firm, and under a Biden administration, the FDA will refocus on implementing its comprehensive plan for tobacco and nicotine regulation, which caps the amount of nicotine in combustible cigarettes at just 0.5 milligrams of nicotine per gram of tobacco. If implemented, 22nd Century would have the only cigarettes on the market that meet the FDA's proposed standards of being minimally or non-addictive. Mish referenced a recent CDC survey that found that 2/3 of America's 34 million smokers want to quit, and when considering that this is a $50 billion industry in the US and a $700 billion industry globally, that's quite a compelling story. The shares are extremely cheap compared to its tobacco industry peers, but it is worth noting that during the pandemic, tobacco sales have soared as a combination of anxiety, boredom, stress, and the unexpected freedoms of social isolation combine. So for now, the plan appears to be wait for approval and political reform to push this stock higher, but investors will be mindful of relying on politicians and government agencies to implement quite radical reform in the face of one of the biggest lobby groups. Time will tell. That's all we have time for this week, but as usual, make sure to do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions. And to find out more about...
All right, guys. So, like I said, let me see here. Let me get back to my article here. So that was a little quick video, guys. I gave a breakdown a little bit on the company and some statistics, guys. I'm gonna read a little bit out of this article here. I'm gonna kind of chop through it, guys. Feel free to do your own research and go through Yahoo's Finance and finish reading this article if you like. Like I said, I'm just gonna dive into it, guys, and just chop through it so I don't take up too much of your time. It says, where am I wanted to go at here? Right here. It says, 22nd Century leading plant-based biotechnology company that is focused on tobacco harm reduction, very low nicotine content, tobacco and hemp cannabis research reports that it is fully prepared to partner with the U.S. Food Drug Administration, the FDA, to launch its VLN reduced nicotine content cigarette brand and license its reduced nicotine content RNC tobacco technology to every cigarette manufacturer. So, guys, these guys are saying already that they would sell their technology, right? They're not going to keep it to themselves, to any of the other big tobacco companies if they want to follow their same blueprint. So it says the following reports in the media that the Biden administration is addictively considering moving forward the advance notice of proposed rulemaking that will require big tobacco to reduce the amount of nicotine in all combustible cigarettes sold in the United States to be minimally or non-addictive, a level already achieved in the first and only combustible RNC cigarette produced already authorized for sale by the FDA, which contains 95% less nicotine than conventional cigarettes. So, guys, that right there alone already, 22nd Century Group already has cigarettes that meets the requirements of what FDA and what the Biden administration is wanting from big tobaccos. These guys already are 20 steps ahead of the big tobacco companies because these guys are already implementing, by choice, what FDA and what the Biden administration wants out of cigarette companies. And let's face it, man, people are going to continue to smoke, whether people like it or not. I used to smoke. I quit less than a year ago. In the video, it gave, statistics on how many, $50 billion industry here in just the United States. And I think it was over 700 million globally. It's a lot of freaking money, man. You know what I mean? In cigarettes. So cigarettes ain't going nowhere. But if you can get it to have less nicotine, that is a win-win situation. And that's what this company does. And that's why I am bullish on this company. And also, like they said, it's within reach, man. It's going for under $5. So 22nd Century remains confident that the new administration is placing a high focus on public health, particularly respiratory health, as critical initiatives while the battle with COVID-19 continues and new variants arise. Smokers who contract COVID-19 are more likely to be hospitalized, admitted to the ICU, suffer worse outcomes, or die from the virus. If implemented, FDA's nicotine cap would help 5 million adult smokers quit within 1 year, help 33 million people, mostly youth and young adults, avoid becoming regular smokers, and save more than 88 million American lives by the end of the century. That's good, guys. The renewed interest by FDA follows recent statements by President Biden and the administration's support of a nicotine cap, including its war on cancer. The appointment and confirmation of Xavier Becerra as the new Secretary of Homeland Security, and a groundswell of support for a reduced nicotine cap from multiple former FDA commissioners. All right, guys. So it says nicotine cap by the FDA has been in works since the Obama administration. During that time, 22nd Century has consistently proven beyond any doubt with our VLN cigarettes that a cigarette that contains nicotine levels that the FDA has identified as minimally or non-addictive is technically feasible. Moreover, given the millions of Americans who smoke and will suffer and die from cigarette addiction, This mandate is necessary and appropriate, said James A. Mish, a chief executive officer of 22nd Century Group, as the only company, see how they emphasize in real dark letters, guys, with the ability to offer a combustible tobacco product that can meet the FDA's mandate today. Guys, they already can meet it. You know what I mean? It's not even being asked yet, but they already can meet it, guys, so they're already ahead of the game. Says, with the ability to offer combustible tobacco products that can meet the FDA's mandate today, we look forward to helping with the critical public health initiative. Numerous independent research studies, largely funded by the U.S. government's agencies, have consistently confirmed that the benefits of implementing a mandate on reduced nicotine contained cigarettes for adult smokers. All right, now let me kind of get out of here, guys. Like I said, I don't want to take up too much of your time here. Let me kind of scroll. It says 22nd Century has proven that it is technically feasible to make a cigarette with minimum or non-addictive levels of nicotine. The company remains willing to license. They're kind of repeating themselves here, guys. Let's see here. Okay, it says in December 2019, the FDA authorized 22nd Century to sell RN cigarettes under the pre-market tobacco product applications pathway. The FDA concluded that following a rigorous science-based review, the agency determined that these reduced nicotine products are appropriate for the protection of the public health due to its potential to reduce nicotine dependence in addiction adult smokers, who may also benefit from decreasing nicotine exposure and cigarette consumption. The FDA also determined that youth are also likely to start using the products, and those who experiment are less likely to become addicted than people who experiment with conventional cigarettes. So obviously, guys, if people start smoking these 95% less addictive cigarettes, then they are less likely to become super addicted like people are with regular cigarettes, such as, you know, Marlboros or Camels or Newports or whatever it is that you smoke or people smoke. All right, guys, let me see here. All right, yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's already at 12 minutes, guys. I apologize. So I'm gonna read you guys some price targets right here, guys. Let me get into my notes here. So, guys, 22nd Century Group gained 4.96% today, guys, rising from $4.03 to $4.23 during the day. It fluctuated 15.89% from the day low of $3.65 to the day high of $4.23. Four Wall Street analysts give it a strong buy with a price target of $8.50. In the last week, it was down 6%. That's not too bad. Last month, it was up 20%. Last 3 months, up 40%. And over the last year, up 426%, guys, which is not too bad at all. So, guys, I believe they are currently, they're currently at $4.23 right now. Sorry about that, guys. So the first level of resistance, guys, is at $4.36. Second level is at $4.49, and the third level, if it continues to go up, is at $4.79. The pivot point is at $4.10. First level of support is at $3.97. So, guys, right now it is just currently sitting a couple cents shy from that first level of resistance. So, in my opinion, I think it's going to continue to go on the upside, not the downside. But just keep in mind, first level of support is at $3.97. Now, if it continues to dip, the second level of support is at $3.71. And if it continues to go any lower than that, well, that third level of support is at $3.58. 22nd Century has a market cap of $614.2 million. In return versus industry, 22nd Century exceeded the U.S. tobacco industry, which returned at 37.4%, as opposed to 22nd's 426% over the past year. The revenue for 2020 was $30 million, and the earnings for 2020 was $18.16 million. In debt to equity for 2020, debt was $539,000, and equity was $44 million for 2020, guys. And in the past 3 to 6 months, there has been a lot of insider buying of shares, actually a little over $300 million worth, which is always a good sign. In In ownership breakdown, guys, retail investors such as you and I own 73.8% of the company. Institutional investors own 24.9%, and individual insiders such as the owner and the COO, so on and so forth, they own 1.3% of the company. So, which big Wall Street institutions own 22nd Century? Well, I am glad you asked me. We have none other than Vanguard. You know what I mean? It's like Vanguard and BlackRock are invested in almost every single company, man, that is in the stock market, guys. Vanguard owns 3.83% of the company, valued at $24.7 million worth of shares. And you have BlackRock. They own 1.48% of the company, valued at $9.5 million worth of shares. And Morgan Stanley owns a whopping $1.2 million worth of shares, guys. And they are obviously not going to invest money into companies that they are not going to profit from. Bottom line, guys. That's just the bottom line. So, guys, hopefully you found this video useful. I apologize. You can hear my dogs barking in the background. They want to come into my little room here, where I'm in my little studio where I'm making my video. So I apologize for them barking back there. But this is Crypto and Stock Talk Muhammad G. If you found this video useful, please consider to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, guys. And do me a favor, show me some love and give it a thumbs up, maybe a comment down below. Until tomorrow, guys, God bless and stay safe. And hopefully you stay green in the markets. God bless.